I just heard kids playing Fortnite, and I just got depressed. Just got that.
Oh,
Oh,
Ouch! Snap.
Holding the key firmly in my hands. I'm looking forward, I know where I stand. And this is it, I have nothing to lose. Now is the right time, I'm making my move. On the high now. You can't bring me down. On the high now. You can't bring me down.
and welcome back to another episode of World 1-1 Podcast. Before we jump in, as always, let's make the rounds of all the things that you should do and where you can find us. You can, as always, find us at our brand new home at world11.podbean.com, all spelled out, all one word. You can also catch us on Google Play Music, Spotify, and we have a brand new iTunes feed back up and running again. So hooray! It's now linked to the Podbean account, so you can go back to catching us on iTunes. There will be links going out everywhere in the next day or so. I just got an email yesterday saying that our iTunes stuff is approved, so I got to pick up the link and blast it out all over the place. Of course, you can like us on the Facebook page, which is, where you're going to find things like those links, and check us out on Twitter. And, of course, the spectacular Twitch channel that's Kathy's just done fantastic work with making magic happen on there, where you can find Kathy and Dylan and myself, and coming soon, you'll also find Josh and Eddie. I actually had a chance to go streaming on our Twitch channel earlier today, as a matter of fact.
yes, you did.
Aside from some technical snafus from the fact that I was just playing a super fucking old PC game that just didn't have audio options, and rearranged all the settings on my computer to make it fucking work. But
It worked. It worked. At least
did.
they got to hear the most important person, me. So that's
True.
all that mattered.
Yep. So and so that's something you can check out. And of course the YouTube channel that Josh has been putting in blood, sweat, and tears into getting
Yes.
everything built up and up to snuff for as well. So, but now with all that crap out of the way, wait a minute? Did I actually get it all in one again this time? I didn't miss anything this time, did
I don't think so.
Fuck! I missed Spotify. Damn it, we're on Spotify. God
Yep.
damn it! I need a
You
list.
need to write this down. Come
I know.
on, Larry.
I need a fucking sticky note on
Get your
my
stuff together. Come
God
on.
Damn it! It's a lot of stuff.
No, it isn't.
You know what? That's not bad though, for off the top of my fucking head.
No, it's not bad. Just write it down so you don't forget.
I know, but I'm lazy.
Okay.
I'm the
Very
least professional ever.
I was going to say very unprofessional.
Welcome to our show.
Choose your fighter!
I am your host, as always, Larry the Bearded Wonder. Joining me is Eddie Old School V,
Yo, shosh.
Josh the LeGrew,
Hello, everybody.
and Kathy makes the magic happen.
Hi.
So let's jump straight into
Oh my gosh!
Video games.
Eddie. It's been a week or so since we've heard from you. The fuck have you been playing?
So I'm going to start with Xbox One. Played a little bit more Forza Horizon 4. Still enjoying that game. It's a battle still that I have, but I think I gave the best soundtrack to Just Chasing Beats. So, but Just Chasing Beats and Forza Horizon 4 are probably my top musical scores of 2018. And just like hearing Forza in the headset and not on the TV is completely amazing. Like, it's the best way to play that game. Also started out Far Cry 5, working on that. I downloaded Celeste, but haven't started it just yet. I do plan on getting the Mass Effect trilogy, and I do plan on getting Prey. Let's see if there's a used copy, or if it's digitally available on Xbox One, I'll probably end up buying it because I want to go do the original Prey before I try out the new version of it.
I like the original Prey. The original Prey was awesome.
It was really good. I heard it was really good, so I'm willing to give it a try. Oh, also played The Division on Xbox One and about to reinstall Destiny 1 and go through that whole game. Kind of want to do a rerun of it because I didn't finish the last DLC. I have a copy where it's all the DLC in the full game, so I'm going to like install it and go through that game again. Last but not least, I will be returning to Red Dead. I need to get that done because I know you finished it, Josh, but yeah. I need to do the rest of it. So and Darksiders 3 I need to get to. I'm almost done with that game, so I just need to finish some stuff up on there. For PS4, played more BioShock, about 1/3 of the way. I jumped around on PS4 for a bit, so that's why I'm not fully done with that game, because I ended up buying Secret of Mana on their holiday sale. So I'm playing the Secret of Mana remake on it. It's not bad. I mean, it plays like the original version. Some new animations and attacks and stuff. It's pretty much the same game that you played on Super Nintendo. Like the same strategies. Like I'm leveling up all my weapons. I'm leveling up all my magic and stuff, and just going through the game that way. I don't think it's going to take me too long. Right now, I'm at level 20. So I think by the time I finish the game, by the time I power up everything and finish the game, I'll probably have about 35 or 40 some hours, but I'll have like everything completed in a sense before I go to the final boss. So I'll probably
love that game.
Eddie, which BioShock are you playing, by the way?
I'm playing the first one.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing. I have the BioShock collection.
Yeah.
So I just
like
decided.
Everybody should, because everybody should have the BioShock collection.
Yes.
Well, I don't have it, so there.
Shut up.
I could say that BioShock.
Wow, and that wasn't even me. God damn.
Wow.
I scared her away.
Normally that's me. God damn it.
Wow, that was
Josh
forceful.
came out of his fucking shell tonight.
Holy crap! What did I do to you guys?
We're gonna have something in the comment section.
Oh god damn.
If y'all listen to this on audio, go to YouTube and watch the video. And
Oh my gosh!
wow.
Ouch!
Sorry.
Meanwhile,
Oh my god! Why are you apologizing? Don't apologize. That was funny.
Meanwhile, this is great product placement for whatever company made Kathy's gaming chair.
Wow.
This week's episode. Bye.
Eloquish?
Is it?
Electrish?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it safe to come
talk.
back?
We
You
need
can
to
come
talk
back.
about
It's okay.
that deal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Save me, Larry the Llama! Save me!
Wow.
Ouch.
BioShock is okay. I don't think it's the best that everybody made it out to be. But I mean, it's an enjoyable game. I think you'll find some fun in it.
Is this the
I
first
played
time you played it?
Second time. I have it on PS3. I have all
played
3
it.
games on PS3.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
And I played it. I think it was when it came to Xbox. I mean, when it came to PS3, it was like the greatest hits version. I think.
Right.
For it. And I played it. And I was just like, I find nothing very like, oh wow, interesting. It was just like, this is a first-person shooter with more choices.
And the choices weren't even all that spectacular, but the story and the narrative I really liked. The problem is it fell apart in the third act.
Yes.
And I will say though,
Yeah.
and I it's probably been a year or two since I've brought it up, and I don't know if Josh, you've come across it and kind of going through some of the old archive stuff, and I'm betting Kathy probably hasn't heard it, but I have a solution. I know what they could have done to fix the end of BioShock.
Which ending?
Doesn't matter. It boils down to the scene with oh god damn it, I'm blanking on the name. Andrew Ryan with the golf club.
Yes, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, okay, I can.
You've talked about it, but tell everybody else. So yes, I remember this. This is a good theory. I agree with you on this one.
Yeah. So what they
Or
need
not
to
theory,
take,
what they should have done.
yeah, they need to take a cue from old school Valve on this. So Valve has a, I don't know if it's a rule per se, but Valve, you play any of their games, be it Half-Life, Portal, anything, story narrative driven, you'll notice they never take away player agency. Never. You are always in control, physical control of your character. During a scene where they're delivering narrative and story, you're free to fucking walk around the room, not pay any any attention. And what it does is it forces them to write a story or a narrative delivery that is interesting enough to keep you where they want you to be without like holding your head and go stare at this thing. So, and
but most Valve games, and definitely with BioShock, even though that's not a Valve game, their presentation of the narrative is different. So so unless you're changing the whole presentation and narrative of BioShock to fit the logic of Valve's game, you're going to actually change the design of BioShock.
One specific scene is where they should have taken a cue from Valve on this, and it's the scene at the end with Andrew Ryan with the golf club, where Ryan tells you to kill him with the "Would you kindly" command. And what they should have done is made it so that instead of it's just being a cutscene and it's just fucking happening, you should have had up like a prompt where it's like, press A to whack him with the golf club, press B to drop the club, but no matter what you press, he's gonna fucking whack him with the golf club.
Yeah.
That's the smarter way to have pulled that off and really.
But then that's stupid.
No, it's not. Because
actually,
I mean,
you're reinforcing the idea
but
that despite what you want to do,
but
the mind control
that's gonna make people mad because that stuff has been done, and it would just be like, well, just whack them.
The thing is, if BioShock would have done this, it would have been the first game to do it.
Yeah.
No, I think
it's the first.
Right.
Well, it would have been
if
it would have done it. Yeah.
I think it would have given it a little bit more of the surprise to it,
Yeah.
like it was going for. I think that scene already was a shocker when you found out the whole,
Right.
the whole mind control and the trigger phrase, and you started to realize what you were doing. That would have just, I think, made that whole scene even more.
But then you got to realize that BioShock is kind of a playoff for System Shock.
That is true, yes.
So if you don't know the story and how System Shock was designed, trying to switch it up in BioShock, that wouldn't work. It literally wouldn't work. I think with BioShock, with Ken Levine and stuff, they were going for a narrative. They were going for a specific design. So even though you might think that would work, Larry, a lot of his fans would have been like, well, that was pointless. Why give me a button press when you was going to do it anyway? That's not control, because the game is still in control.
That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you said if you're mentioning that player control should be important to you, and you should be able to walk away and walk around. Your player choice is not there. If you shouldn't offer no button presses, no options. You should be just able, if he's talking and you hit the button or accidentally without even knowing that you hit the button just to see what something happens, then that would be player's choice, because you actually went and did an action that the game didn't expect you to do.
But I will say, remember what the phrase was, would you kindly take this golf club and hit me? That doesn't mean you wouldn't be able to walk around, because he didn't have control over those actions. The only thing he triggered was take a golf club and hit me. So having that button option, like Larry's saying, actually would make sense, even if you could turn around, walk away. But the fact that the would you kindly is specific to that one scene.
But if he's talking and I'm walking away.
But he already said it. And all he has to do is say it, would you kindly. It doesn't matter how far away he is. I mean, the room was locked. You were in there.
He would say, yeah, that's fine, but then don't offer no button presses for him.
No, I agree. I think having that choice, because it really would emphasize the fact that you have. It
reinforces the narrative.
It does. It would say that you do not have.
I think it was already in a narrative. I'm just saying. That's
no.
I get it.
Because the thing about it is that you get all of this stuff 85% of the game of moral choices and making choices in the game. You already get that. So why did you now at this part of the game do you want to flip it?
Did you get to make choices though? Did you really get to make choices though?
Yeah.
What choice did you get to make?
You get to make the choice if you want to save the girls or not. Because that's what BioShock is basically about. If you want to save the girl, if you don't want to save, if you're getting attacked by the machines, you have an option to take their powers or not. That part is narrative to what the ending of the game is going to be. So
you know why you got to have that choice? Because nobody told you, would you kindly take the girl's soul, or would you kindly, or would you save them, or wouldn't you?
But
so if they had said, would you kindly, where does it say, would you kindly take the girl?
When the one of the characters say when they were just like, do not hurt the child, and explains what happens if you don't hurt the child. That she would
never gave you a would you kindly though.
That's what I'm saying. Was nobody said to you.
Tenenbaum didn't know about your mind control programming.
No, so that's why. And Atlas never said to you, would you kindly not save the girls? Okay, he never said that, so that's why you can have that in there.
But you wouldn't need that. The would you kindly part, you wouldn't need that.
Yes, you do. That was the whole thing. Is that phrase
for the command?
If you pay attention to the whole game, Atlas is always telling, now would you kindly do something? He is the one who's pushing you forward in that game. Right. Would you kindly go to this area? Would you kindly do this? Would you kindly? That's the whole thing. Tenenbaum never says, would you kindly, because like they said, Tenenbaum doesn't know that that's the trigger phrase. So with that not being said, that's why you can still have the choice between to save the girls or to not save them.
Right, because they're not saying that.
This raises another interesting question now that I'm thinking about it, by the way. Eddie, have you ever seen The Manchurian Candidate?
No, not yet. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it yet.
This explains a lot now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody in my family or my friends talked about it or wanted to see it, so that's why I've never seen it.
You should watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, watch, and I highly recommend watch the original.
Great
I have my thoughts on BioShock. I still feel like that narrative wouldn't work, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
With that, moving on to Switch, I picked up The Way Remastered on Switch. Played that all of Sunday, beat it like Monday morning, and gotta say that was a great adventure game, sprite-based adventure game. It does get a little bit frustrating at times, because sometimes it still has some bugs, and you gotta kind of figure out the puzzles, because they don't make sense. Excuse me, in a certain manner. But it's just like I kind of enjoy how the game comes to an ending and the decisions that you make. One of the endings though kind of led me to believe that they should make a second game to see what happens after your set of choices are made. But I really enjoyed it. And now I'm working on Fire Emblem Warriors for Switch. And still working playing Smash and about to jump back into Diablo 3. I'll be jumping back to that to finish it. I'm halfway done with that game too. I'm like on the 3rd chapter, so I only got like 2 more to do. And then I'll be done with that game. But that's pretty much what I've been playing. I'm still gonna be picking up some more games and stuff a little bit later on. So yeah.
You know, if I had another bottle of Di Serono, I could be playing The Way Replastered.
Nice.
Wah, 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 wah.
Failure on every level. Complete failure.
And let's go to let me see, Josh down in that corner over there. If I got this right.
Okay.
You do.
Yes, I do have the orientation correct. Ha ha!
Yes. I finished up a little bit of some Red Dead. I had some of the epilogue to finish, so I finished that up. Cleaned that up a little bit, and then I started on some of my VR stuff. So I did some more Farpoint, and I did some more Moss, and I'm really liking Moss. The whole thing with Moss is it's just a really great, like a platformer type 3D game. It's really pretty fun. I've also been really watching a lot of 3D movies now. So I'm kind of like, okay, that's a good thing to kind of zone out when after work or whatnot. I started Yono, believe it or not, for about 15 minutes. Only played about 15 minutes, so I'm going to get into it more, but only played about 15 minutes of it because that's just all the kind of time I had for it. I don't really have an opinion yet, so I got to play more of it, to be honest with you guys. I just I kind of see what hooked Eddie into it though. So I'm thinking that I might actually like the game. I just need to kind of play it more. Other than that, I just played a couple of some VR titles and just kind of like tried some demos and stuff like that. I didn't do too much this week. So that's it.
Okay. And Kathy.
Tragedy struck our family last Thursday morning. We lost Fortnite.
That doesn't
it was
sound
sad.
like a tragedy. That
it was a
like
tragedy.
That sounds like divine intervention.
You know, I found it funny after we had discussed digital versus physical.
Yeah,
games.
you lost your digital?
I lost my digital. It was a total accident. Just so our listeners know, I was working on the Twitch channel and I stretched my legs out and I accidentally hit the power button on our power strip and shut down my entire desktop, everything. And when I went to reboot it, apparently it destroyed and fried our external hard drive. Well, that was horrible. Now, I was able to get all our Steam games back, but for some reason, the Epic Game Launcher that runs Epic Games and everything just would not go off. I couldn't re-download it because it was wanting to just download to that external hard drive. Well, so we were without Fortnite until Sunday night, early Monday morning, and that really was a tragedy in our family. So, 4 people who really play Fortnite, that was hard. Could not play, but I did. I mean, it wasn't like I couldn't play at all. So I did start a run of Super Metroid, which I'm going to start over again because my goal was to go through it and not die once. And I got to Craig and I totally bombed that one.
Wait a minute. Spell that for me, because I want to make sure I'm hearing what I think you're saying.
Shut up. Anyhow,
no,
I don't. I'm not spelling it because I'm going to spell it wrong. I am not a speller. Okay, spelling was my worst subject. I would get on my test horrible, or I would do wonderful, but never mind. I'm not
All
even
right,
gonna go
let me
there.
ask this.
And
What are
shut
you
up,
missing the
Judger!
last letter?
Shut up. Anyhow, so I died there, and I'm like, forget it. So then, see, I'm just gonna ignore you. I was looking through my SNES Classic, and actually, Eddie, you brought up Secret of Mana. That one I want to start playing too, because that was one of my favorites back when it first came out.
Yeah.
It reminds me so much of The Legend of Zelda. But yeah, I gotta get back into that. So Hollow Knight, still playing. I made it actually to the Hollow Knight boss, but I realized as I was when I realized I only completed maybe 62% of the game, I'm like, that bothers me. So I went back and I started exploring some more and found some areas like the Coliseum of Fools. I realized there was a lot of areas I missed, so I'm just going back and forth. And I think I do want to take you up on that challenge of going across the map. Starting
the flower?
Yeah, well, just trying to make my way across the map without taking any damage.
Yeah,
you pick a point, or you tell me how to do it, and I gotta find it because I really want to do it because I think I could.
Yeah, there's a quest where one of the characters gives you a flower to deliver across the map to a grave.
Okay. I gotta find it. So I gotta go
I'm wondering,
some more.
too, depending on, just because, again, I've been working and I haven't gotten to keep up as much as I'd like to, I don't know if you found it all or not, but there is some stuff in the game that if you did not find it, you don't actually get to the actual final boss fight.
And that's very possible. That's the thing. So I don't know.
Yeah, because the Hollow Knight is not actually the final boss.
Well, spoiler alert, jeez.
Well, I'm just telling you so you know whether or not you're missing something. And if you're missing it, then you know to go looking.
Well, what do you think I'm doing right now? I'm not even fighting the boss. I started to, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's go find some more stuff. So.
Yeah, and there is a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I do like the Coliseum of Fools. I love doing those type of gauntlet type challenges in games where you just gotta try to outlast all your opponents.
Oh yeah, just the waves.
Mm-hmm. And then what
did you think of the Hive, by the way?
The Hive?
Yeah.
Mm.
I loved the Hive. That's one of my favorite areas in all of Hallow Nest.
Don't know if I've gotten to the Hive.
Ooh. Yeah, see, that's the magic of games like this. You can miss. You can miss technically
the game.
End. Yeah.
I don't even know if I've got to the Hive. Is it labeled as the Hive?
You'd know the Hive if you were there.
Yeah.
Is it a separate area? Is it...
It's its own area, yes. It has its own map.
I do not think I've gotten to the Hive then.
The Hive is... Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It has...
Where's it at?
To the east of the City of Tears.
Are you talking about Kingdom's Edge?
It's like lower right-hand corner of the map.
Not sure if I've gotten there. Maybe I'd have. I'd have to look and see.
So
it's south of Kingdom's Edge.
It's not in the Abyss, is it?
No.
Okay. Then I haven't got it. Okay, then I haven't gotten to it. I'll have to find it.
Yeah, the fact that you get to the Hollow Knight fight in the Black Egg and miss whole areas is just fantastic.
I do like the fact that they let you know how much of the game you've completed.
Right.
So before you go and fight the Hollow Knight. But I've missed a lot more than I thought. Well, that's the hard part too, is that you don't know what walls you can break. Like there were walls that I missed, and I'm like, so I go back and I'm like, wait a minute, I can hit this? I would never think to keep hitting walls. So now I'm going around I feel like I'm in Legend of Zelda trying to bomb every area. God, like with the blue candle. When you had the blue candle and you had to go off the screen and come back on and burn the next
Yeah.
Area. That was always the worst. Let's see what else. I played CS:GO because I just needed to play something where I could shoot something. But then Sunday night, Dylan, our wonderful Dylan, who's not here tonight, he saved us. He saved my family, and he is such a hero. And we got our Fortnite back, and I've been able to play that again. So, yay. That's about it.
You know, I actually took Fortnite off my Switch and my Xbox.
Okay.
Because I'm not playing it, and I just.
If you don't like it, you don't like it.
It's not that I don't like it. I think surprisingly, Activision up Epic and PUBG Court because Blackout was good. Up them and the fact that it feels right to play, and I think Fortnite, as good as it is for those who like it, I don't really think I don't think after playing Blackout it presents any challenge or interest to keep for those who play Blackout on Call of Duty. So I'm like, if you haven't played the Blackout mode for Call of Duty, you'll appreciate Fortnite. Once you touch Blackout on Call of Duty, you'll be like, I can't play Fortnite anymore.
Okay.
Wow, Gauntlet Throne.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try that. You know why we chose Fortnite? It was because of the cartoonish quality for the kids. I mean, really,
Right.
and you know, a lot of people
She
say
picked it for those sweet PS1 graphics.
Shut up. You know, my graphics are now. Hold up here. I actually purposely set my graphics that way. I can make it look prettier, but then it runs slower on my stream, and it makes it harder to shoot people. So. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Everybody hates in this group is like, oh, Fortnite.
No,
you know what?
I know. I'm just not playing it on my systems. That's all.
Yeah,
and if you want to show your kids great art, have them play Okami.
Oh no, we already do. So no,
Okay.
we play a lot of games. It's not the art. It was the fact that there wasn't the blood. There wasn't the it's
violence.
Fortnite. There is the violence
It's not
isn't
super graphic.
It's
exactly.
cartoon.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're trying not to raise, a school shooter. That's kind
No. Let me explain. My son doesn't like that type of stuff. That's
I
just,
get it. Okay.
it has nothing to do. Believe me, my kids have played. Come on, they played Zelda. I mean, you go around with a sword, slashing and hacking. They
Right.
have seen us play Metroid. I mean, you're shooting and you see all the alien guts go everywhere. Come on.
Yeah, but nobody's
It's-
losing limbs.
I'm trying to think of what game we've had. There's a whole bunch of games, but my son is very much. Let's put it this way. They had to sing a song in preschool about different, and they were making a witch's brew, and he was supposed to have the fake finger. He couldn't even touch that.
Yep.
Like that whole song traumatized him because he does not like blood, guts,
Oh.
any of that stuff. Yeah. So that's why we went with Fortnite. I mean, I'm having fun playing CS:GO. Don't get me wrong. I like that. The difference in the style of the game. So I do want to play Black Ops.
I really want to see what you would do with DMC Devil May Cry. I'm
That's the game I
intrigued.
want to play. That game I would love to play.
Eddie, which one are we talking about?
The one
Fourth
by
one?
Ninja Theory, the reboot. Ninja
Oh, the
Theory.
reboot. Okay.
Yeah, the one that everybody wants it to come to Switch. Because as great as DLC 5 look, I think if DLC Devil May Cry came to Switch, it would do way better sales than all four versions
I'm sure.
would do.
Speaking of Black Ops, hey Eddie, did you hear that next month National Black History Month is being replaced with National Black Ops History Month?
Once again, failure.
Yeah, that was.
I'm just saying that game's getting old enough now. We could be just talking about history lessons.
Once again, failure.
You know what? It makes me giggle to think about it.
You are
A
so
shoe
easily
hitting the
abused.
child
I
makes
am.
you laugh.
I am.
Yep, man child, like me. I'm a man child.
I have no shame in the fact that I'm easily amused. It makes things in my life way simpler, honestly.
Yeah, but it makes it boring to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, speaking of boring, what have I been playing? Yeah, I know. Actually, the only thing that I got to play this past week was earlier today on stream with Kathy. So we jumped on the stream and we ran a nice solid 20-year-old PC game. We dug into Journeyman Project 2 Buried in Time.
Nice.
Yep. So I did mention when we were starting up, if anybody wants to take a peek at it, we've got on our YouTube channel a complete playthrough of Journeyman Project Pegasus Prime, which is a remake of the first game in the series that kind of brings it up to snuff with the visual quality on the second, which, now isn't necessarily much to look at. Then, leaps and bounds differences.
I would say still that discussion with them was so much fun.
Oh, it was.
It was so good.
Those guys are fucking sweethearts.
Yeah, awesome. They are.
They do all kinds of cool shit. Actually, as a matter of fact, one of the chameleon suit from the third game is actually on display in a museum somewhere.
Oh, nice.
Really?
Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
They've actually got like a whole Journeyman Project thing in museum. I've got to look up what museum it was. I'd like to go there sometime just to check it out. But yeah.
Road trip.
Is it just the design or like an actual suit?
No, it's like the actual fucking suit.
Okay.
Neat.
It's really cool. So, which I know, Kathy, you haven't gotten to see it yet, but the chameleon suit is a slicker version of the jumpsuits that are in Buried in Time that that we're playing through now, with the extra feature that kind of brings in a huge change in the game, because in Buried in Time you've got to hide from people, don't be seen kind of thing, so your suit has a cloaking device. With the chameleon suit in the next game, it lets you project the image of other people from that time zone, so you don't have to hide. You actually get to interact with other people from those time zones. So, which puts a totally different spin on the puzzles that they're presenting. So, but in any case, we got through the intro and we played through the first time zone, which was Farnstein's lab, where you find Arthur, the artificial intelligence, as he's initially kind of on the defensive and trying to shoo you away, because somebody came and paid him a visit and went and fucked with his shit, and he was not happy about it. And he's additionally already pissed off because of the fact that he's trapped on a space station that's dying. Yep. So, but in any case, so I've played the shit out of these games over the years. It's been a long time since I've picked them up. But I'm really kind of curious, actually, since Kathy was on the stream with me. I'm really kind of curious to hear some of your thoughts on it, since you were seeing it for the first time, really.
Well, we were talking and I said, for a 20-year-old game, the graphics are pretty amazing. And the thing that was bothering me is, because you were playing and I wasn't, there were things that I wanted to look at that I wanted to yell, "Stop! Let me look! Let me look!"
You should have yelled at me. Start yelling at me.
But I was half asleep, okay? I was seriously like, not because of the gameplay, but just because I had worked all last night and I didn't get much sleep. So it was kind of, and plus it was cold in my basement, and that usually makes me even more tired. So, but I like the idea. I like the fact that I like those type of exploration games. It just, again, having played games where you move faster to slow down, that kind of throws me a little bit, and it's kind of like, come on.
That is one thing about going back playing old games.
The slowness of them.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see where this story's going. I'm curious to see who the antagonist is, the one who set you up, and just it's interesting. Okay, it is an interesting game. That's about all I'm going to say at this point, because I want to keep seeing the gameplay.
I think that's why I want Snatcher to come to Switch now.
So yeah, I know where the story goes, and I love the story. It's one of the reasons I come back to it.
Yeah.
And for what it's worth, Kathy, if you get the opportunity, I will at some point be doing the third game in the series as well, Legacy of Time. Mm-hmm. And Legacy of Time, the story between 1 and 2 are very standalone. They're very separate, really. Legacy of Time pulls them together perfectly.
Okay.
Like, you realize that they are not isolated incidents from each other, and that they are, in fact, inextricably linked. So, for what it's worth, checking out the playthrough of the first one is a worthwhile endeavor.
And I already done it.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's honestly, I think that's most of what I've been playing. I think I got to do the usual and dink with some Dead Cells again. I got maybe like one good run in, and had to put it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna come and get it.
Your mic, Eddie.
Sorry, somebody.
Mike, you're definitely gonna get it, motherfucker.
We're having too much fun.
We are. That's why I love all you guys and gals. And nope, I'm not going there. I'm gonna bite my tongue on that joke. Nope. I swear to God, I'm gonna spend the whole year just like this. Bite my tongue, bite my tongue, bite my tongue. So.
I know I had to do that in my stream the other day when you to keep from saying what I wanted to say. At least this time you did not get timed out. For our listeners, Larry will come into my streams and
to see how much innuendo I could do without getting timed out.
What our listeners need to know, if you don't watch my personal streams, I have kids who play Fortnite with me. And Larry will come in and do everything possible to all these innuendos. Now, some of the kids will get it, but then I'll get questions. What is he saying? And I'm like, I'm not even going there. How many times have you been timed out now? Twice? I've had to time you out.
Twice.
Yeah, just twice. I let it. Just twice. You were pushing it the last stream, which was I think Monday night. You were pushing it, but it was okay, or Tuesday. I don't remember what day it was, but you keep pushing it.
That reminds you, by the way, one of the greatest comments ever came out of your last stream on Fortnite.
Which one?
The last guy that you were playing with before you jumped off for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
I don't even remember how it started, but he said something. He chirped back at you and said, "I can read. I'm Mexican, but I'm not that Mexican." Like, God damn it! Wow.
Yeah, Mexican Sasquatch brother. They are my. I met them before I started streaming in a random game, and they are so much fun to play with on Fortnite, and much better than the kids. The kids get a little feisty. It's like, I'm serious.
I know.
Oh my God. Sometimes I'm like, shut.
There's like a 12 years old. For some reason, they just really get feisty.
Well, I had to ban one. I mean, he's no longer banned, but it's like, jeez. I mean, I tell him, I said, you guys keep it up. I'm kicking y'all out of the party. And that's what I had to do. It's like, stop fighting. We're here to have fun. Stop yelling at each other. You know, well, I want to say grow up, but anyhow. Yeah.
I will tell you, by the way, I did refrain from one of my favorite references that was coming to mind the other night, though, because you were ducking down and hiding in the bush, which is where all the innuendo jokes started.
Yeah.
Because it turned into a whole lot of innuendo jokes about bushes.
Yeah, did you ever trim the bush that's annoying your neighbors, by the way?
No, it's still kind of unruly.
Okay.
Ask. Yeah. No, one of my favorite movie soundtrack song was song from the movie Snatch. I know, and now the comedy of this just comes together even better. Movie called Snatch, but the song was called "Fucking in the Bushes" by Oasis.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but no, it was literally like 20 minutes of double entendre jokes about
Oh,
Bush.
it was. Because,
Jesus.
well, we were hiding in bushes. Let's
They
be
were.
honest.
That's where it started. I'm like, that's a really nice bush there. It looks well trimmed. Somebody has just groomed it and done a great job taking care of that bush.
No,
you know?
you were saying you like bushes. You like your bushes well trimmed, and
Uh-huh.
let's see. Yeah, it was
Rows of bushes, you know.
Do you know one of the items you can get is a bush,
Oh God,
and then you can actually wear the bush, and then you run around as a bush.
nothing like getting lost in a good bush.
I'll have to find that item and actually wear it one day for you. And just be like, I'm a bush, and then you crouch down and you just hide, and then you're like, I can walk. I'm a walking bush.
Oh God. So I think this is probably as good a place as any for the obligatory announcing of the word break. And we're back. So this is the back half of the show. We either deep dive into a serious topic for some lengthy, meaty discussion, or we do what we're going to do tonight and waddle our asses over to the news desk. So,
How did that go again?
I think it's something to the effect of
Kind of the Jetsons. Kind of soundtrack are you coming from with that?
I love the
Nice.
Jetson. I still want the flying car that folds
I
up
know.
into a briefcase.
right.
Damn.
I can
Okay,
only
anyhow.
imagine how much that fucking briefcase weighs, though.
It's the
The future.
future. Not
Doesn't
that
weigh a
right.
thing. Yeah. I mean, geez,
So.
come on.
Anyways, so there's a couple stories that I want to hit on, but they're kind of brief hits. I do want to turn it over though and open the floor between everybody else here. What's a big hit news story for you this week that you'd love to get into? Free for all.
We were talking
Mine's just-
about the Division 2 going to
Yeah.
Epic Game Store exclusively and not Steam on PC. I think that is a big win for Epic.
Oh,
Huge
yeah.
win. And Eddie doesn't think it's as big of a win, so that'd be a good
Epic's,
discussion.
I mean,
Epic's
it's
taking the power back.
it's a big win for Epic, but I'm just saying that it's going to sell more consoles than it
No,
will be on PC.
I agree with
It's
you.
just that's money thing.
I just think it's a great win to pull something that is everybody wants to play, and millions of players already have Fortnite installed, so they have the Epic launcher, so they already have the Epic store.
Yep.
So they don't really have to push too hard to get people to actually try this.
No.
It's a very forward-thinking maneuver because they know that Fortnite's not going to last forever, and especially in the numbers that it is. So let's get people used to playing other games as well. That's what I think is so cool about it.
Yep.
And
And they're doing the free games too. I mean, I know that's not
Right.
where we're going with, but I've got 3 games that I never would have played, and I mean, Super Meat Boy was one that I always wanted to try, but never could afford.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
So now it's like, oh my god, I got it for free. So we're
Right.
loving that one. It's like Epic is kind of, and I know they're doing it to get people to come to their store, but
Of course.
they're taking the money that they made from Fortnite and they're putting it back into this new venture and everything. And I think it's a smart move. And I and I don't think they're going to. I think they're just going to provide some competition. I don't think Steam is going to go anywhere, obviously, but it's going to finally give some more competition, and I think a stronger competition base with the Epic Games Store. I think Epic is smart in this, and I think they're playing their cards right.
It's for the PC crowd. I would say that it's not for those gamers who do a lot of their time playing games on console. Like, even though Epic, this is a good thing for Epic, what difference does it make? This is just another EA Origins, but since Epic has an engine that most people develop their games on, it's more open than EA at Origins or Ubisoft or Windows 10 and stuff like that. So I think with Ubisoft putting the Division 2 on Epic's Game Store, I mean, that's good for people who want to play that game on PC. And the only way they now could get it, if they want to, is do it on the Epic Store. There probably won't be that much DRM. There probably won't be too many problems. I think it'll probably be easy access. But I think stuff like this is nothing new or anything for the console owner. So, but I mean, congratulations to Epic for it. You know that they got that game, because I think people already did their pre-orders, or already planning on getting it with their friends on console. You know.
Right. I wonder if Epic is going to ever. I wonder if they would ever partner with any of the consoles to bring some of their store stuff and their deals to the consoles.
No, they don't need.
You don't think so? They don't need to.
The thing is, if Epic's going to do this, they're going to do it with Microsoft, because Microsoft already has it as ties with Epic. But that's going to be something in the future. They're going to see something.
The thing about this, Epic wouldn't do it because Microsoft already has the store. Why would you want to? Why would you want to break some of the same games that they already put on Microsoft or even Sony's store or even Nintendo store? If they already got stores and they put games that's already on there, what is Epic Games stores going to do? You're putting the same games that's already available on there.
No, I hear you. I hear you, but I do think that Microsoft knows that, like, for example, their store is lacking in a lot of ways that people don't really want to use it. And if they can get a game that everybody wants to play, and
they already bought it on Xbox Live, or they bought it on Game Pass
right now, but we don't know what the future is going to bring. So
they're still going to continue. They're still going to continue having their store systems. I think the thing about it, and I'm gonna let you finish, Josh.
That's okay.
Sorry. The thing about it is that Epic, when it comes to consoles, is an engine maker.
Right.
They're
no,
not
I agree with you.
They are not a publisher or developer in this time. Where Epic is kind of on PC, but they could bring some of their old games that they used to do. And they could put them on there. Now, why would you want to do the same thing on Xbox Live, where every Wednesday you get a discount, or some of those games that have came out on Xbox Live or PSN has already been free before the Epic Store has started? Or you can pretty much do backwards compatibility. You could get a remastered version that's better. You don't have to pay full price that Epic is offering compared to it being cheaper on the system's digital service. It doesn't make sense. So why would Epic need to do that? Epic is already collecting their coins and money for anybody using their engine.
Right now.
Oh, it's gonna be for until Epic goes out of business or someone decides to use somebody else's engine and actually hurts Epic.
That's why I think this is interesting with the Division, because just to kind of bring it back around, is that Ubisoft uses a Snowdrop engine, so they're not using Epic's engine,
right?
And for them to get this deal, it's a marketing deal. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure they're getting some kind of percentage off or whatever, but it's still a good thing, and I do, I give kudos to Epic for getting it. So we'll see what happens.
Question is, should, and more of the hypothetical, should or if Epic Games new storefront get big enough, do you think they end up going the Valve route, or they just decide, fuck this, we don't want to make games anymore, we're just going to print money?
Epic is already doing that. What game has Epic released that they have published and developed?
Fortnite.
Right, but Fortnite was a game before. Fortnite was a different game than what it is now. Because they
Right.
charged for Fortnite, and because Battle Royale became what it is, they switched gears. So
Right. They just
so
did
the
a
last-
smart thing.
So
They just
so
did
I
a
could-
smart thing.
so
Yeah.
I could see if they're talking about the original version of Fortnite. Yes, that's the last game that they have actually done. But the Fortnite that most people know now,
They still
wouldn't-
did it. They still made this version of it.
Well, I think they switched it up. But I'm just saying but when Fortnite was originally released, didn't nobody pay no attention about it.
Not really, no.
So with this Battle Royale, if you want to call it that, coming into play, they switched their business plan from going from being a paid
they did
game
the
an
smart thing.
idea,
Yeah.
and then it going free. So, and the only reason why they had to do that is because PUBG was popular. So they got that idea, switched some things up, and placed it in their game.
And PUBG got it from someone else. I honestly think Epic, they just improved upon it. They
Well,
just did they did what any smart company would do, and they did it the right way. And they hit when the iron was hot, and they got people playing.
I think with PUBG, I think that was H1. I think it was H1Z1. The
Yeah.
people who made PUBG, they
Yeah.
made the Battle Royale thing on. But we knew
was
Battle
a mod.
Royale. Yeah, we knew Battle Royale from movies and even anime. So that's
Right.
nothing. That's nothing kind of different and stuff. And issue, heck, we had Battle Royale when Matt came out on PS3. That was like 100 person game.
And it didn't work right.
It's one of my favorite scenes out of
everybody just didn't care about
Epic.
Matt.
Right.
So.
No, it's one of my favorite scenes out of Accepted, where they're arguing back and forth, and the weird kid's just kind of standing off to the side, looks at the ball, and goes,
Yep.
Battle Royale. It's like, well, that'll kill the room real fast. But, anyways, Kathy, any news jump out at you this week?
Not really. Like I said, I'm just excited. Like we were talking about, I'm just excited to see that Nintendo is bringing some more of their classic games to the Switch with Zelda 2 and Blaster Master. I remember Zelda 2 giving me headaches growing up. I hated it in the beginning, but I've learned to appreciate it.
Yep.
It is definite. I played it now. I did play it completely through when it came on the Wii shop, and I realize now what a great game that is. I didn't like it back because I liked the original Zelda, and I was really excited when Link to the Past came out because it went back to that format that I really liked.
Right.
But now that I'm older, now that I've played it, I appreciate where they were going with it, and I realize, and it really is a Zelda game. So that I'm excited about. I can't wait to play that. And then, of course, we were talking about Blaster Master. That game I never could finish because I never understood what I was doing, but I just had so much fun
Right.
playing it. I just thought it was a fun game. And I like the idea of, you're at some points driving, and then at some points you're going through
get
these
out.
levels.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the news that really kind of caught my attention. I guess the other thing was that apparently Microsoft is possibly going to be announcing a new console this year. I know that's rumors, but that's
Well,
kind
they're
of
talking
intriguing.
about that it actually is releasing this year.
Releasing, that's what I meant. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know.
I don't know if it's.
I mean, again, it's a rumor. It's not confirmed yet. But,
I know.
but-
But the source is pretty credible. And
right, and that's why when I look at who the source is, it's like there might be something to that, and
Who
makes
was
me
the source
wonder.
on that?
It was Dreamcast guy, and Dreamcast guy has a source at Microsoft, and he's been right before.
Mhm.
So you're kind of thinking the only thing that makes it credible to me is that Microsoft has every reason to hit the reset button on the console generation, and as early as they can possibly do it.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. Microsoft is not in the right place to do that.
And we have no idea what place they're in because they've been making moves behind the scenes. They've been, the only thing I could see them doing is waiting a year to 2020, really, to not alienate their core fan base that bought, Xbox One X.
Yeah.
That jumped on with all that because, we just bought it a year ago. So I could see that, them wanting to give it another year or so. But that everything is going to be backward compatible going forward.
Or is this going to be their discless console, the
That's
one
what I'm
that's all
thinking.
digital,
That's what
not
I'm thinking.
necessarily their like a brand new console, but it's taking what they're using, but
I'm
making
thinking
it
we might
digital.
get that ultra slim or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Which will have no disc, and it'll be Xbox One, and it'll just be like backward compatible with everything digitally.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to work.
It's happening, Eddie. It's happening.
I don't think so.
The digital age is coming when you all realize it.
This is the problem with systems that
it's just another choice.
Everybody think it's supposed to stream or it's supposed to be discless. It's a failure because you have to.
It's a choice.
It's
a
a failure
choice
because you have to rely on the internet, and depending on
No, I don't. I do not have to rely on the internet.
If your system is only streaming format and there's nothing being really saved on your hard drive,
we're not talking about streaming. We're talking about a diskless
I'm not talking about
system.
streaming.
That's what the diskless system is. It's a streaming.
No, there's a hard drive.
No, it's not streaming. You can download.
Download it, save it.
You don't have to stream.
All the games that I have saved on my PC, I can play without the internet.
It seems that everybody's saying it's a streaming console. That's why I'm saying it.
No. Well, you would be able to.
That's going to happen.
You'd be able to stream, but everybody's making that diskless system seem that it's just a streaming box not like a digital download box.
Oh, okay.
With
I
an external hard drive.
I get what you. That you would only be able. Okay.
Right.
That's why I'm saying. Okay. The way I understood it is that it would basically it would have its own internal hard drive that you would download the games to,
or
so that you
could
external
or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But
and that's
it wouldn't be actual streaming, so you could play without the internet. You need the internet to download the game, but not to play it. Okay. All right. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I was just like when they were saying it that way. And the reason why I think it personally is a failure is that PSP, the digital system only, didn't work well.
But that was how many years ago, Eddie?
That was years ago. Yeah, that was years
ago.
That was years ago. But that is the precedent of that was the setting example of.
And the reason it didn't work was not because that it was a failure to download games. It worked because everybody could pirate the games.
Yeah.
That's why it was a failure.
Actually, nobody really bought it. There was
everybody downloaded. No, everybody bought it. Everybody pirated the games. That was the problem.
All right. So Eddie, I'm changing your nickname for this week. Oh no! Your bold and brazen predictions of success and failure of coming console iterations. This week, I dub you Michael Blackter.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. Once again.
He's off. He's off this week, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So much failure.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say it's funny how he's laughing, and the rest of us are just like, what?
Because of Michael.
Bridge too far.
Michael Factor, yeah.
Yes.
That's why you're Michael Black.
Oh, I respect Eddie's opinion. I just don't think that's how it's gonna work out.
Go ahead, Catherine.
I was just gonna say, I think again when you bring up what happened in the past, you gotta remember at that time digital gaming was not a big thing, and now it is becoming more and more the thing. It's going to change. As much as you three are so big on physical copies, digital gaming is going to take over, and we're gonna see only for old men like you guys are gonna
actually the thing about it is that when you work in retail selling video games, you will still see how many people still buy physical copies and ask for physical copies versus people buying gift cards to put it on the system because parents don't want to use credit cards and stuff, whatever that nature is. Instead of buying a lot of digital, instead of buying gift cards or the digital game, because not all games are fully available to buy digitally at a store. People still go into stores. A lot of people don't trust digital sales for their kids putting their credit card on the system.
But you don't need to put your credit card on the system. All you do is get a gift card, use it like a credit card,
and that's the thing about it. A lot of parents don't do that.
Because those who go in the store don't encourage that because they want to sell the physical copy of the game. Well, I can't tell you how many people I've had this discussion at work because I've got coworkers who have kids who play. One of them, her son plays Fortnite, so we've talked about. She's like, I don't want to put my credit card. I said, here's what you do. Oh my gosh, it was like the biggest thing. So now she's more willing to do the digital stuff because she knows how to make it work so that she doesn't have her credit card out there. That's all. Yeah. It will get out there, right. And we're going to see the train.
That's why I say, like, when you work in retail, you will still see people buy more physical copies than digital copies. I would say this: if all the games that when the physical copy comes out to stores, if they have the digital card that you could buy to download the game, if that came with every game for every release, that's the way digital stuff would change. As adults, it depends on how much money we have invested into external hard drives. Because don't forget, these systems they don't are a 2 terabyte hard drive. That's kind of expensive. So you got to think about hooking that up to your system and getting all the games. If you want to go if you want to go full digital, we know that games are 40 gigabytes and up, depending on if you're getting the big the first party in AAA.
Keep an eye on sales. Believe me, I had a 4 terabyte hard drive that was pretty cheap. But so
I
just saying.
I think Xbox is 8 terabyte, and Sony is 5 terabyte. I think
5. I think yeah.
I think they just raised it. I don't know.
That stores a lot of games. I'm telling you, those.
I got 250 games on my Xbox.
And that's a balance between, like I said, first, third, DLC updates, indie games, free games, and stuff like that. And if you're buying like a special version, like if you're getting like Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Special Edition, that's like a 250 gigabyte download because of all the stuff that's coming on with the maps and everything. So you got to factor all of that in. You know, and then secondly, you have to depend on the licensing never expiring or getting taken off the store, because depending on what your hard drive space is, if you have to take that off because you need to play a certain game, and don't forget, you can't trade in digital games. You just
not yet. Places, not yet.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You will be able to trade in.
It needs to happen.
It will.
You're going to be able to trade in your license.
I think in Europe, some of the consoles things, they're saying that they're trying to. It's some kind of law or some stuff they're trying to get digital stores to do. But I think that's returns before the game comes out. It's like pre-sales and I think
it's going to happen.
It's a step. And what we see with Valve in a sense. But it's just like if you bought a game and it's still on your system 4 months past, you can't do nothing about it.
Right.
That's the same with physical copies. I'm sorry. Physical copies wear out. Let's be honest. There's copies of games that I cannot play anymore that are physical because they have worn out. It happens. It happens to all games, whether it's digital, physical, or anything.
and it depends on how much you have played that game and how much you have taken care of that game. Yes, there are games that wore out, but did it stay in your system for the last 6 months, and that was the only game that you played? If you're wearing it out that way, and not switching the games up and different things, of course you're going to wear it out. But you can always take that game, get it clean, see if it works. If it does, you can put it in the back.
So blow on the cartridge is what you're saying?
Or the CD.
CDs, yeah, they're a whole nother ball of wax.
Oh god, don't even get me started on the CD. One scratch and it can screw up the entire game. And
then CDs have something called CD rot now.
Disc rot.
Yeah, there's been some stuff that it'll still read into the system unless it's cracked, and be like, wow, the game is still reading. Okay, fine.
Nope.
But I didn't give my viewpoint last week on the episode, but I just think that it's better to have physical for those who still want physical, because not only is this a collector's copy, not only does it contain more value, it's just more reliable than digital. I don't think you have to worry about the license when it's physical versus you have to worry about it. Because I'm just like, for those who bought Batman on PC, they had to take that game down. And so you can't play it, you can't download it if you took it off your system, because it took the game down. Now, if you got the game, if you had it physically and it was just able to stay on your PC.
But let's be fair, you couldn't play that game. It was shitty. That's why they took it down.
So it wasn't the digital.
They fixed it and put it back up.
Right. But what I'm saying is that some people probably would do it as a joke and suffer through the game. It's still played.
I hear you.
So, but if they want to play World of Warcraft new upgrade, or Final Fantasy 14 upgrade, and they got to take that Batman down, they can't continue their adventure until the game is back on the store.
Okay.
So, that's just what.
That's fair. No, it's fair. It's a fair critique.
And I just think that right now Microsoft is focusing on getting studios and getting launch games ready for their system.
Well, of course.
It doesn't make sense that if I'm buying a system that not only does digital, like the downloads, that's going to be backwards compatible and stuff like that.
I don't think it's happening this year either. I just think that this story is interesting, and I think it might point to a new SKU that we might be seeing. Some kind of it's an Xbox One still, but it's going to be different than what we're seeing.
I just don't find it necessary when you're already doing those things in one box.
But it is necessary for them because they are behind. So they need to get mind share. They need to make choice for people, so that if all you have is a PS4 and a PC, or even just a PS4, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to go pick up that Xbox. It's only $100 or only $150.
I don't think Xbox is behind. Xbox is doing something.
Oh no, they're behind.
They're doing something different.
They're behind.
The thing with PlayStation is holding up Sony's company. Compared to what Microsoft is doing, Microsoft could lose money on the Xbox. Guess what? They have software, they have OS, they have Surface tablet, they have a whole bunch of other things in the PC area that's making them money. We as gamers are putting them in third. Microsoft is not third. Not one bit. Compared to all the success Microsoft has versus what Sony has, Columbia Records, Sony movies,
it's about mind share too, Eddie. It's not just about the profitability of the company.
Like I said, that's why gamers are placing Microsoft as last place.
Right.
And
deservedly so.
Right, and Microsoft is not in last place. If Microsoft could buy Ninja Theory, Obsidian, and all of these other,
it's not about money. It's about the games that they're offering you.
Right, but the thing about it is that even with the games that they offer, there are people who view that out of a certain sense, and that's their personal reason. As gamers, we're placing Microsoft in third place. Microsoft could be number 1, while Switch
Yeah,
could be 2, and
I agree.
PlayStation could be 4. It's us individually that's putting them in a place. I'm just saying, out of all 3, just looking at them, Microsoft is not doing bad for what they're doing.
No, they're not doing bad at all, and I agree with you in that. They're not doing bad. They could be doing much better.
I think
they need to get their games in line, and that's what they're doing.
I think their games are coming. Their games are
right,
online.
but they're not here yet.
I think their games are here. Their games are online. More are coming. There are just certain people who just have a certain viewpoint of Microsoft with their Xbox, and so they use that viewpoint to discredit Microsoft. Because trust me, Quantum Break should be top seller hit.
I agree with you. I'm a primary Xbox player. I love Xbox. I love Microsoft, and I'm going to tell you the reason I'm so hard on them is because I love them, and I want them to do better.
And I
agree that like Quantum Break is a great game that a lot of people slept on.
Yeah.
And they should have played it better. You know, they should have played that.
And it's one of those Nintendo.
It's Sunset Overdrive, same thing. A great game that people should have played more.
Yes,
of.
It's one of those Nintendo effects that people are going to have some regrets.
Right.
That they didn't play it because they were in such a way about Xbox compared to what PlayStation. Because trust me, the same way that they did PS3 when 360 was reigning is the same way Microsoft is getting because of PS4 being successful. Everybody doubted Nintendo, but Nintendo continued to roll money, and still to this day continues to roll money. So regardless of what place you put Nintendo in, if Nintendo is selling money, and once again, like I always said, getting your competitors to imitate what you're doing, and y'all still fail at that, that's more better. Then that's me putting Nintendo in first place than everybody else. Because when people are willing to buy your third-party game on the Nintendo system and not trade it in, where by the next week I'm seeing 85,000 copies of Spider-Man for PS4 at GameStop, that's a problem. And you're the number 1 platform. There's no way that you got 91 million systems sold and you only sold 2.5 million. But everybody's on there that run games quickly trying to buy Thumper. Everybody is going to Fan Gamer to get Undertale. Everybody's excited to play a PS3 game that's coming to Switch.
Right.
People are importing stuff when PS1 and PS4 and Xbox One. So it don't matter what place we put people in. All these 3 systems are being a success. We just personally rank them in what we want to rank.
Well, yeah, of course we do.
We're gamers. It's kind of
what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a personal thing because out of PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, Nintendo Switch is beating both of them. Xbox One is second and PS4 is third to me.
It's going to be interesting to see if Nintendo can keep the momentum going.
Right.
Yeah.
With first party stuff, because I don't think they can.
The first, third, and indie, they're keeping momentum going.
Well, I guess that's yeah.
Did you not look at Twitter? Everybody's excited by Dragon's Dogma, a game that came on PS3 and 360 that nobody cared about on Capcom.
A lot of people like that game, though.
A lot of people did, but it came out. It came and went. Because I knew it came out, but I did not see that game in stores at all. And now everybody on social media be like, I cannot wait to play this game. You hashtag Doom for 1 million copies, and it came out on PS4 and Xbox One a year ago.
Well, we're starting to get just a wee bit long in the tooth here.
I think so, yeah.
I do want to quick hit 2 others though that just kind of jumped out at me, and they're not anything big that we'll need to go real deep in. But one, major Korean mobile gaming giant Nexon, who also does the MapleStory games on PC, is apparently now for sale. So, I mean, if you've ever wanted to, own a huge mobile gaming company and you've got millions of dollars in cash laying around, you could totally go buy them right now and get a nice piece of that Korean market share.
Why not? Let's just do it, guys.
And
Yeah,
All right,
I have
nobody,
the money.
We're pulling
Open
together.
up the wallet.
I got $1.
and nobody don't know why. I even don't know why. I was just surprised at this story.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just they don't want to expend any more money in development of anything. I think that's what it is.
Right. So yeah, that's a quick hit. I just have a personal interest in that because a number of years ago I played shit tons of fucking MapleStory.
Yeah.
So, and I haven't touched MapleStory 2. I'm almost afraid to. Like that, I could see that ending very badly for me. So I have a weird history with MMOs. So. But the other one that I did want to hit on, and I'd love to hear a little bit of one prediction and one hope for this here. Image and Form has popped out of their radio silence to say Happy New Year, and that we'll be hearing an announcement from them sooner than we think. So. If that name doesn't ring a bell, Image and Form are the fine folks behind the SteamWorld series.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So we've got 3 games out from them. The SteamWorld Dig games, 2 building on the formula that the first established, but also SteamWorld Heist, completely going way out of left field from the SteamWorld Dig games, and it's a turn-based shooter. Of all the goofy things. So they've got the ability to do pretty much whatever the hell they want successfully. So prediction and wish list, what do you think is coming next from Image and Form?
A prediction on what's coming? You think of like SteamWorld Dig 3 or something like that?
Yeah, I want a realistic prediction, and I want what's your hope?
I hope, personally, I think a realistic prediction would be SteamWorld Dig 3, and I hope that's what it is, that they build on what they've built on the last 2 games, because the second game just got better. So if they could do it again, I'm all for it.
Okay. And Kathy?
Prediction is I will actually have to play this game because I do not know this series. And my hope is that I like the game. So there. I don't know anything about SteamWorld, so again, not a game. I have no clue what you're all talking about. So I got some backtracking to do, I guess, some homework.
My suspicion is you will like SteamWorld Dig 1. You'll probably like SteamWorld Dig 2 more than you did 1. And my guess is that SteamWorld Heist will probably be kind of a mixed bag for you at best.
Yeah.
If I'm a betting man.
It's a good thing I don't take bets.
So.
I lose all the time.
And Eddie, I've been wanting to test this out all night now, by the way, with the awesome new frame layout that Kathy's been working on for us. I need to see how strong the connection is between your computer and mine over Skype, and with the layout, I need to see if this reaches you. Hold still.
Not that
Damn
good.
it! Damn it!
Failure. Once
I had
again.
to try.
My gosh, a lot of
Failure.
failures tonight.
I don't care. Fuck it. It entertained me.
Uh,
And Eddie,
Uh,
prediction and wish list for Image and Form.
I think it's gonna be a new IP. It's gonna probably be a 2D platformer.
You think they're
And
stepping away from SteamWorld altogether?
yep, new IP.
Okay.
They're gonna work on a new IP. My hope is that it plays like Mischief Makers for the N64.
God damn you, Eddie. God.
Why not? I mean, they already got the experience of making something that plays like Dig Dug. So
I guess.
And
Okay.
I
I hear
they-
where you're coming from. I hear
they
you.
don't need to make another Dig Dug Metrovania style game. I
course
think
they
they
do.
need to move. I think they need to move away from SteamWorld Dig, create a new IP, and
Okay.
actually bring something from
Okay.
something.
All right.
Just say.
I know.
Dig Dug type games, and hope they dig deeper into Dig Dug type games, so I can dig it even harder.
I think they need to move on to a new IP.
Okay.
Well, and here's a question for you, because obviously, if you look from SteamWorld Dig to SteamWorld Heist, they didn't have to step out of the SteamWorld IP to change genres completely.
And they made, like, I know you're talking to Eddie, but I'm just thinking they may do that. They may, like, pivot again into something different, but still in that world, which would be cool.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
I wouldn't. I think they need to expand. I think they need to showcase that they can make another game, a new game in a different genre with different gameplay mechanics. Learn, expand, and gain experience.
I see where you're coming from
stick
too. Yeah, they could do. I mean, I think either would be good.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to a game hitting into a completely different genre for them. I would still love to see it connected to the SteamWorld world.
I don't think so.
Personally, I would too, but
I wouldn't want it.
I like the universe they've built, and I'd like new ways to spend time in that.
To interact with that world would be cool.
Yeah. If you look at what happened with Oddworld, that's another great example of kind of branching out your genres.
Oddworld is a jumble mess on how that's all connected. Not a knock against Oddworld, but it's a jumble mess. All five of those games should.
It is.
All five of those games should have been out.
No, I don't disagree.
It's just what I'm saying.
And that being said, that's a point where Image and Form has tremendously succeeded, where Lorne Lanning hasn't really, because you've got these games that again, are jumping from one genre to another really well, but you can actually find the connection between them.
Yes, that
right.
I agree.
Like I didn't see the connection from SteamWorld Dig 1 to Heist, but once SteamWorld Dig 2 came out, it bridged that gap and went, oh, that's how we got there.
Right. And see, like that works compared to Oddworld. Oddworld's just a jumble mess when all five of those games should have been out.
Well, I think Oddworld suffers from taking so damn long.
Yeah.
To come out. 20 years between?
I think, was it 1995? No.
I think so. Maybe even earlier.
95 or 96, I think.
I'm thinking mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
We're probably in the 93 to 97 range.
Yeah, you're like in the heyday of PlayStation or whatever.
Yeah.
PlayStation was later. I thought it was 95, 96 PlayStation was out.
Yeah. Well, PS4 was out in 99, I think.
PS2?
Or PS2, yeah.
2002, I think. Was it? Oh, no. I think you're right.
Yeah, because PS2 came out my freshman year of high school.
Because Dreamcast was out, yeah. That's right. Yeah, Dreamcast was out.
But yeah, I think...
I'm super old, I guess.
I'm right up there with you, Josh.
I know. I'm thinking to myself, I was married. I had
I'm young. I know nothing
I
about
swear
being
to
old.
Christ, I did not throw that out as a year-old wed. It's just a point of reference.
No, I understand what you're saying, though. I do the same thing.
I'm completely...
94 for PlayStation.
I am completely young.
Right. In any case, I think that gives us a good place to wrap, though. So, thank you to anybody that's been tuned in and checking us out live on Twitch tonight. You can, of course, find us at you can pick us up on Podbean at world11.podbean.com. All spelled out, all one word. You can, I highly recommend you check out the Twitch channel as we continue on. we'll have more streams coming, all throughout the week. As we have time to sit down, I'm aiming to get back into another sit down with Buried in Time this coming Wednesday with Kathy again, so that we can maybe knock out another time zone. So be on the lookout for that. You can also find us on our new feed in iTunes. Links will be in descriptions and going out on the Facebook page and the Twitter page, Twitter account, whatever the hell you call it now. I don't know anymore. Fuck it. But those are Twitter and Facebook are both places where you should like and follow us as well. And don't forget, you can catch us on Google Play Music and Spotify. So we're lots of places now. I also highly recommend you check out and subscribe to our YouTube channel that Josh has been busting his
plugging away.
Yeah,
plugging away.
So busting his chops on to get that all squared up and in order. And yeah, I think I got them all this time. About fucking time. So I knew I'd get there. I knew I'd fucking get there. So also just a side note for anybody that's kind of peeked at our Twitch channel in the last couple of weeks, keep peeking. You're going to notice some changes coming as Kathy continues to work on building that out a little further. She's got some cool stuff in store for that too.
Trying.
I have the utmost faith in your abilities.
I'm glad somebody does.
It's already miles better than what it used to be. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll get there. We're working on it.
We are. So, but with that being said, thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you to everybody that downloaded and listened. And thank you to my wonderful, wonderful co-hosts, Eddie and Kathy and Josh and Dylan, who couldn't be with us tonight. So thank you to all of you. And we'll catch you here on World 101 Podcast next week. So everybody say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.
That's like
So
me
I
and
wouldn't have got it.
oatmeal cream pies. If I see oatmeal cream pies,
Oh god.
I tried
Okay,
to get him
stop.
at Target.
Hiding in a bush, eating a cream pie.
God damn it.
That's a whole nother topic.
That's a problem.
That's a whole
That's
nother
a
topic.
registered sex
Wow.
offender.